October 25, 1854, more than 600 British cavalrymen stared into a valley controlled by enemy guns. Some sensed something was wrong, but in their world, an order was not something you questioned, so they prepared to ride. During the Crimean War, British commander Lord Raglan watched the battlefield from above. He saw Russian forces moving captured guns away and sent an order to stop them. But what looked obvious from the hilltop became confusion below. The order traveled down the chain of command, and each step added uncertainty. Captain Lewis Nolan carried the message to Cavalry Commander Lord Lucan. A tense exchange followed. Nolan pointed toward the battlefield. What he truly meant died with him minutes later. Lucan passed the command to Lord Cardigan, the man leading the Light Brigade. The two commanders were brothers-in-law. They were also bitter rivals. Their relationship did not cause the disaster alone, but it was one more crack in a broken chain of communication. Questions remained, but the order moved forward. Cardigan drew his saber. The Light Brigade advanced, first at a walk, then a trot. For a moment, it almost looked like a parade. Then the guns opened fire. Russian artillery from the left, from the right, and directly ahead. A narrow valley became a killing zone. The cavalry pushed forward through the smoke. They reached the Russian guns, but there were no reinforcements behind them. They had to turn around and ride back through the same valley, the same guns, all over again. In roughly 20 minutes, nearly 40% of the brigade were killed, wounded, captured, or missing. The charge failed as a military operation, but the world never forgot what happened. The mistake belonged to the men giving orders. The courage belonged to the men who rode anyway. More than 170 years later, we remember the charge of the Light Brigade, not because it succeeded, because it never should have happened.